He walking in too. He walking in like he being introduced. I like that.
Yeah, he gonna step in.
I like that.
Y'all, we are so blessed today to have Zoe Williams. Zoe Williams is a published author, a relationship coach. He's a television and radio personality. He's a philosopher. He an OG, triple OG for real, right? He's got this great line that says Tupac meets Deepak, or the hip hop Dr. Phil. And he lends a very unique perspective to the relationship coaching world. We are so excited to have him on today. I know you guys love Cash and the Oracle, right? Cash and I have been relying on Zoe's show. It's the Zoe What Morning Show. It airs on Mondays, but we've been watching this show since 2015. And one of the things that we love about Zoe is, as a philosopher, he asks very tough questions. Zoe, when he asks a question, you can't spitfire a response to him, right? It makes you just be like, I see what you're saying. Let me think about that. And if I have a good response for you, I can get back to you on it. But he makes you think. And this is why we are so blessed to be able to have reached out to Zoe to come and help us with a lot of the issues that we've been discussing on No Man Mondays, as far as relationship failures, and just breakdown in communication between the man and the woman. One of the things that we would like to do on No Man Monday, Zoe has an incredible book. It is called The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing. This is gonna be our textbook in getting the community together to have thriving marriages, thriving relationships, and just understanding ourselves in the journey. Cash, did you wanna say it? Cash is the one who put me on this, Zoe, by the way.
Give us that book
and then
one
he
more
was
time.
like,
Give us that book one more time.
The Relationship Dismount. Hold on, I want to share my screen so you guys can see it. It's in the top left corner. So we made sure that you got, well, it's in wherever it is on your screen. It's there, but I'm going to share my screen because I want to show you it is available on Amazon. So you can get the ebook or the physical book. And I am recommending that, I recommend that you buy the physical book. Right? It's something you can really interact with. We're going to really go into it and talk about the structure of the book. We're going to have Zoe just kind of spend some time with us. But Zoe, we are so grateful as a community to have you on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yo, Zoe Williams. I'm sorry. We gotta make it hype first before you get on that beautiful introduction. Zoe, what up, homie? Okay.
What's happening?
No, ma'am, son. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm alive and well, trying to get it done.
No doubt, man. Yo, I appreciate you blessing us with your time today, man. You know what I'm saying? All of your wisdom, you know what I mean? Tell us a little bit about yourself and how, you know what I mean, as far as the book goes, and, just tell us about the book and what made you want to write.
Man, the crazy thing is, it was Cool Mo D. Cool Mo D and I are solid homies. We've been homies for many years. And he and I started doing relationship roundtables across the country. We did roundtables with Dr. Phil Valentine, roundtables with my brother Tahuti Ma'at Ra, the herbalist. And these are all people at the same roundtable. We had KRS-One there. And, after we did that roundtable, Mo was like, man, you got too much information, dog. You gotta write a book. So in 2005, I released my first book, but it wasn't the type of book that Mo D wanted me to do. So immediately Mo D clowned me for writing this other book. He was like, you're gonna be poor forever. This ain't the book, this ain't the one. So, I went back to the drawing table 10 years later. After a breakup, I had a major breakup with one, you get a few great loves of your life. And I had a major breakup with one of the great loves of my life. And it caused me to put everything into perspective. Now, this is how influential Cool Mo D is. Years before that breakup, Mo D and I were in the car. We were on our way to a meeting and we was listening to some hip hop. And Mo D told me to stop the music. And he was like, yo, that was a poor dismount. That's a poor dismount. said, what? A poor dismount? What are you talking about?
That's Cool Mo D, by the way.
Yeah, Cool Mo D was like, yo, the way he ended the rhyme was weak. He said that was a terrible dismount. He said you got to start the rhyme strong, the middle got to be strong, and then you got to punctuate it with a dope dismount to end the rhyme. And so when I had that breakup, the dismount concept came full circle, and I was like, there it is, the relationship dismount. Then I started studying angular momentum in gymnastics and how the whole routine is ruined if you don't stick the landing.
Wow. That is ridiculously deep, bro.
I'm
getting so many hearts and so many people loving it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But so tell us why it was important for you to do something like this and for you to start studying these, these topics and everything else as far as towards the community and your angle of it. You know what I mean? Because I can tell you have a straight hip hop base. You know what I'm saying? You already mentioned Cool Mo D. That's enough right there.
Well, it's all born out of me being a music executive in the 90s. I was partly responsible for signing Exhibit. I was at Loud Records in the 90s when we had the Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, Exhibit. I was there when it was all happening. And
come on,
I saw the thematic change. Hip hop had a different vibe before gangster rap. And what was once behind closed doors and private in our community started to be exhibited on wax. And I felt, because at the time I was rhyming too, and I felt the change. I felt like, damn, this is affecting me personally negatively. And I said, yo, we got to do something different. We got to say something different, because if this music gets momentum, these are going to be the social game rules for how we relate to one another in relationship. And gangster rap shifted how our relationships came about. And I'll tell you how. Before hip hop or before gangster rap, we got our game from Marvin Gaye, from Stevie Wonder, from the Isley Brothers, you get what I'm saying? Music contributes to our relationship game, right? How we talk to each other, you know what I'm saying? And hip hop was like, drop it, slap it, bust it open. And the gangster stripper concept started to come in, and it really affected the way we talk to women and the way women interact with us. So that's when Mo was like, man, put it all together, man. Put it in a book, put it all together. And I did that, and the book was released in 2015. And then 4 years later, I dropped the follow-up to that book called The Holographic Relationship. And in this June, I'm dropping the follow-up to that called The Shrouded Lighthouse.
So let me ask you this. So the relationship that sparked all of this, would that be considered a cornerstone relationship?
It was a cornerstone connection, but it was a stepping stone relationship. And I'll tell you why.
So
right?
I love that.
So we're gonna on that way they can really understand what is meant by stepping stone
and cornerstone.
So in the Relationship Dismount book, I talk about the different types of relationships. Relationships are about learning about you. They're not about what we've made them about. Netflix and chill, leisure time, traveling, all of that is the icing for a relationship.
Yes.
You go to a therapist will tell you, what about that person's issues reflect back to your own? So in the Relationship Dismount, I was like, yo, you have to go into the relationship in anticipation of discovering aspects about yourself. Most people don't do that. So this book, that relationship anyway, was a cornerstone connection. In other words, if we met at a different time, it could have been a cornerstone relationship. What made it a stepping stone relationship was she was 14 years younger. And one thing you can't
Okay.
do is teach people how to mature, right? You can't grow your partner up. This is a major source of conflict in relationship. Well, I'm doing this and I've been doing that, and you look like you just sitting back. No. You've taken your eyes off the wheel of your own vehicle to look at them, to grade them, to evaluate them. What happens when you take your eyes off the wheel in a car?
You crash.
Exactly. It's none of your business how fast or slow they're on their path. It's none of their path is not yours. So that's how that relationship became a stepping stone. A stepping stone relationship provides you lessons. A cornerstone relation, like a stepping stone, provides you lessons and then you move on. A cornerstone relationship continuously provides you lessons. You see what I'm saying? Like you're continuously growing. Your partner is on their dean, right? And it's none of your business how they grow so long as they're growing. And you tend to find out when two people are growing together, consciously, spiritually, they always have something to give. Insight, wisdom, knowledge. They always got something to give. People that are cornerstone relationships typically are set in a inflexible receiving mode. Well, I didn't sign up for this. You used to do this and this used to happen. And then if that stops happening, then the relationship loses value.
Can I say something?
Please.
For those of y'all listening to Zoe right now, this is like postdoctorate level education. If you guys were in the classroom, you would have pens and pads out, right? Yes, the show is being recorded. Yes, we're going to share it, but he's putting y'all on the game. And for those of you who constantly tell Cash and the Oracle how much you love our relationship, this is the resource that we use to get our relationship to where it is. This is the teacher. We tell you guys that we watch 6-7 lectures a day. The Zoe What Morning Show is one of the lectures we do not miss. We watch it together, but Cash and I take notes and we discuss it and we try to implement a lot of the resources and tools that he's talking about now. So I just want, I want y'all to take this seriously. As the philosopher, as the professor, we are going to be using his book as our textbook. Like, I'm so serious about that. So I want you guys to make sure during the show, go ahead and get on Amazon. If it's Kindle, get the Kindle. Cash and I do suggest y'all get the paperback though, because you can kind of interact better with the physical book. You see he's nodding his head. We do everything Kindle except for Zoe's stuff. Zoe's book is a textbook. We need our journals. We call them release journals. We're going to have Zoe go into that because he taught us the concept. Zoe, you've been our friend for a long time, so we talk about you casually.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Right.
Hey,
just don't pay us no mind.
Real quick, I want to say real quick, you know what I'm saying? While we doing this, we definitely going to have a section. I know everybody got questions for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have everybody make comments and questions in just a little bit, but I'd like for you to be able to get through what it is, you know what I'm saying, you here for.
Come on, radio DJ, I see you. Go ahead, manage the conversation.
You see him, right? You see him, right? You see him, right? You see him, right?
Come on, radio, step in.
Let me ask you, brother, real quick. This is a very important subject to us. This is No Man Monday, you know what I'm saying? And No Man Monday is the national organization of men against Amazonian
masterhood.
You know what I'm saying? So this is the fight against the estrogen enhanced. You feel me? So we have to, and it's not bashing females. You know what I'm saying? It's really just about staking our place and having a safe place for men.
Let's say stand our ground. Can we say stand our ground?
Nah, I don't want to be close to that dude. You feel me? But I'm just saying.
Hysterical.
This is where we are, you know what I'm saying? This is a safe space for men to be men. No need for political correctness. You know what I'm saying? You can be you. You feel me? So,
all right.
That being said, you know what I mean? A lot of what we talk about as far as relationships deal with, you know, a lot of the, you know, the society views on how men are supposed to be, what women expect. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Women expect a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but they give very little. You know what I'm saying? This is our perspective here on Man Monday. You know what I mean? And I checked out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Oracle, Cash Gordon. You know what I'm saying? They put me onto a lot of your material. And I'd like for you to explain what a come to Mises moment is.
Ooh, that's going to be my relationship master class this coming September. You've heard of the come to Jesus moment.
Yes.
A lot of us are, as KRS-One said, God intoxicated, religion intoxicated. So I'm saying, no, it's come to me. You got to have a come to me moment where you confront your dark issues, right? Come to Mises is confronting yourself. The great Confucius and Buddha said the same, and Lao Tzu said the same thing. You're an amazing being if you can conquer other men in war, but you're a great being. You're a supreme being if you can conquer yourself. You gotta have a Mises moment in order to do that. Now, I heard you set it up in terms of the women. Let's deal with the women right now.
Please.
The women are not the authors of social game rules. The women participate in social game rules. They're not the authors. They didn't write this. So all the men who attack women for being the way they are, out of bounds. Why? Because she didn't write it. She's trying to survive just like you. So what has she become? A conformist. The great Krishnamurti, my favorite philosopher, said, it is no measure of health to be fully integrated into a sick society. But if men, our men, haven't built an alternative society for her to participate in that has perks, that can pay her, that elevates her in the same way or better than white supremacy, then how can you blame her for going after her piece of fat?
So let me ask you this. Okay, and this is how we do here. You feel me? I love what you just said, bro.
Come with it.
Let me ask you.
Can I chime in?
A matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna let Cash chime in first because
I
get sometimes.
It's legendary. All I want to
Go
say
ahead, Frank Castle.
I can smoke a bag of that.
Yeah.
But no, so check it out. Let me ask you this. You know what I'm saying? Devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? There's a society that black men are not in control of. You feel me? Whereas
neither are black women.
Huh?
Neither are black women. They're not in control of it either.
But that being said, black women are way more accepted in said community and said society than black men are.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So as partners, wouldn't it be more beneficial to black women to basically set up a position or help in their way because they are accepted? And then, you know what I'm saying? As far as whatever ways, you know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of expectations on both sides, but you know what I'm saying? Isn't it beneficial for black women to basically work with black men in order to get that society set up?
Let me give you an example. I use this term on my radio show all the time. Some but all. Some, but not all. Here's the thing. The majority of women, just like the majority of men, are socially dependent. They are the wards of white supremacy. There are some women out there that do the right thing, that understand the exact concept you just articulated. But then there are others that are like, I need security. I need to go the safest route, the most certain route to protect my life. Now, black men and women, not in control of this society. Black men and women are subject to this society. The reason why black women are more acceptable in this society, because they don't fear her like they fear you, like they fear me. So what black women have learned to do, listen, black women are leadoff hitters if we're gonna use baseball.
Let's do it.
My main source, Friendly Game of Baseball.
All right.
Black women are not swinging for the fences. They swinging to get on base. They lead off hitters. They know how to bunt. They know how to steal bases. They know how to keep the game going. Black men, just like in baseball, we swing for the fences because we don't want to participate in all that. So who strikes out more, the leadoff hitter or the cleanup hitter?
That's real.
So black men are the cleanup hitters, and we striking out because we swinging for the fences, as we should. That's the different dynamic. Sisters is like, why don't you go to school? Why don't you do this? Why don't you set up this? Why don't you do that? Because they know how to integrate into society because they're more accepted into society. A true, honest, authentic black man at a corporate setting, in a corporate setting, he ain't gonna last long. Nope. Because as soon as that dude, whoever is above him, gets to talking reckless, there's gonna be a come to Jesus moment. Yo, who you talking to? He gonna be at that dude at his supervisor's car in the parking lot. Let me holler at you for a second, pimp. We off work right now. Let me talk to you. You get what I'm saying? We convey a certain level of gravitas that they have been afraid of and will continue to be afraid of. Our sisters, on the other hand, listen, I got Hulu, I got Apple TV, I got Netflix, I got a $3,000 70-inch screen, I got rent. Nigga, I'm not finna lose none of that fighting for the greater cause. That's what she does. She's a builder. If you give her shit and mortar, she'll build it. That'll become her bricks. Now, what are we giving her to say, no, shit and mortar ain't cool? That don't build a house out of that, right? What are we giving her to, you know what I'm saying? In contrast to what this society is giving her.